and for matters connected therewith or related thereto as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration.
Please. आप इस पे कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे माननीय मंत्री जी? प्लीज
सर, अभी हम लोग का सारा लीडर यहाँ है। अभी बीएससी में ये तय हुआ कि हम 4:30 बजे फिर बैठने वाले हैं। तब तक ये मंत्री जी ने जो लेटिंग बिल रखा है उससे चर्चा होने दीजिए शांति से।
प्लीज,
वो तो बात करेंगे ना, आपका नेता को पूछिए।
प्लीज आपस में बात ना करें माननीय मंत्री जी। सर्वानंद सर बोलने दीजिए, लेट हिम स्पीक।
Respected Deputy Chairman, sir, it gives me immense pride and satisfaction to stand before this esteemed House today to present the Bill of Lading Bill 2025. As we gather here,
please take chair.
We are reminded of our visionary and dynamic Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, who has articulated a profound vision for our nation to transform India into a developed country or Viksit Bharat by the year 2047. This vision is not merely aspirational. It is a call to action, urging us to align our efforts and aspiration with the promise of a new and prosperous Bharat. In the words of the Honorable Prime Minister, India must act with speed and scale to reform its system and transform its future. Sir, in this context, we must recognize that the 21st century is...
माननीय प्रमोद जी पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर पे हैं, 1 मिनट हम लोग सुन ले उनको क्या कहना चाहते हैं।
सर, काइंडली रीड 267। कोई सदस्य सभापति की सहमति से ये प्रस्ताव कर सकेगा कि उस दिन राज्यसभा के समक्ष सूची।
सर प्लीज आई हैव नॉट अलाउड ऑन दिस।
नहीं सर,
आप नियम
बिहार में
आप बहुत नियम जानते हैं। द बिल्स फॉर लैडिंग बिल्स 2025 सदन के सामने है, इसी पर पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर हो सकता है। वी कैन नॉट डेविएट फ्रॉम द रूल्स। प्लीज माननीय मंत्री।
सर, थैंक यू सर। In this context, we must recognize that the 21st century is destined to be the century of Bharat. To achieve this ambitious goal of Swarnim Bharat, we need to undertake comprehensive development across all sectors, particularly in port, shipping and waterways. This sector is not just vital for trade, it is a cornerstone of our economic growth and prosperity. To this end, legal reforms stand as one of the most important and urgent steps we must take. Under the able guidance of Honorable Prime Minister, our ministry has already laid down the groundwork through policy documents such as Maritime India Vision 2030, Amrit Kal Vision 2047. This initiative serves as our roadmap towards achieving our objective and ensuring that our maritime capabilities become a robust engine for national development. Today, as we reflect on the 76 years since the adoption of the Indian Constitution, it is the perfect moment to cast aside the remnant of colonial and pre-constitutional legacies that hinder our progress. Sir, Swarnim Bharat needs a statute that is contemporary, crafted by our people and capable of addressing the challenges of the modern era. As of now, Bill of Lading is being regulated based on pre-independence law, that is Indian Bill of Lading Act 1856, which consists of only 3 sections, while the outgoing act continues to be relevant in substance and it is a pre-independence legislation. The language therein requires some simplification without changing the substance of provision in order to facilitate ease of understanding of the legislation in line with drafting practices followed in recent Indian statute. This simplification will help in ease of doing business for the stakeholders. Sir, the Bill of Lading Bill 2025 is a small bill consisting of only 6 clauses. A bill of lading serves 3 critical functions. First, it is a receipt of goods by a carrier. It serves as evidence of a contract of carriers. Third, it acts as a document of title, enabling the transfer of ownership of goods. The primary objective of this bill, now under consideration of the House, are to rename, number 1, the Indian Bill of Lading Act 1856 as the Bill of Lading Act 2025. This change symbolizes a break from our colonial past. The bill aims to simplify the language of the provision. We will rearrange subsections and divide long sections into managerial parts to enhance understanding, all while maintaining the essence and spirit of the original act. This aligns with the central government ongoing efforts to simplify laws for the benefit of the public. Sir, this bill introduces a new enabling clause which empowers the central government to issue direction for carrying out the provisions of the bill. Will ensure that the provisions are easily and effectively implemented. This will lead to ease of understanding and better implementation of laws. Fourth, the bill incorporates a standard repeal and saving clause, which will repeal the 1856 Act while legitimizing any action taken under the provisions of the old statute. By doing away with the pre-independence legacy of 1856 Act, we paved the way for a modern legal framework that reflects our current realities and aspirations. While these are standard provisions found in all modern laws drafted in India, they will ensure smooth enforcement of new laws. It can be stated that the bill are in line with the constitutional ethos of our country and will certainly facilitate the growth and smooth functioning of India's maritime trade, which, because of its significant contribution to the Indian economy, is a harbinger of our economic growth and prosperity as a nation. Honourable Sir, the enactment of this new law will mark a significant step in setting the remnant of colonial legislation and will enable us to embrace a contemporary outlook. As the maritime sector continues to grow at an unprecedented pace, we must adopt reformative and straightforward legislation. An easily comprehensible law will not only promote ease of doing business, but also mitigate the potential for litigation between carriers, shippers, and lawful holders of the Bill of Lading. In conclusion, I would like to reiterate the importance of this bill. As the saying goes, whoever rules the web rules the world. It is time for us to take decisive steps that will bolster India's position in the global maritime arena. I also feel immense gratitude in stating that the honourable members of Lok Sabha concurred with and passed this bill in the lower house on 10th of March 2025. I thus urge all honourable members of the House to extend their support to this bill. The House may please pass the bills of lading 2025. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Motion moved. I now call upon the members whose names have been received for participation in the discussion. Mani Shri Neeraj Dangi. Mani Shri Neeraj Dangi, not present. Mani Shri Shambhu Saran Patel.
धन्यवाद उपसभापति महोदय, आपने मुझे एक महत्वपूर्ण बिल पर बोलने का अवसर दिया। महोदय, मेरा समय कितना है? मेरा समय ठीक। धन्यवाद उपसभापति महोदय, आपने मुझे एक महत्वपूर्ण बिल पर बोलने का मौका दिया है। मैं माननीय शिपिंग मिनिस्टर श्री सर्बानंद सोनोवाल जी के द्वारा राज्यसभा में प्रस्तुत लैंडिंग बिल के समर्थन में बोलने के लिए खड़ा हुआ हूं। महोदय, आज देश आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव मना रहा है। देश को आजाद हुए लगभग 78 वर्ष पूर्ण हो गए, फिर भी हमारे देश में कुछ कानून वैसे चले आ रहे हैं जो सैकड़ों वर्ष पुराने हैं, अंग्रेजों के द्वारा बनाए गए हैं। वो हमारी जो अंग्रेज के द्वारा हमारा जो गुलामी की मानसिकता था उसको दर्शाता था। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी जब 2014 में देश के प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में शपथ लिए तो उन्होंने देश के सर्वांगीण विकास के लिए जो भी अंग्रेज के जमाने के कानून थे या तो उसको